The components of blood can be separated by performing centrifugation. If you centrifuge blood sample in a test tube by 5000 rpm, then it forms two layers. One is your upper layer, that is plasma, and lower layer is blood cells. The plasma is 55% and cells are 45%. That is called as hematocrit value. So today you will understand about blood and its components. So I have made notes for myself so that it will be easier for you to understand. See here, blood is a liquid connective tissue. The meaning of connective tissue is which create connection between every part of your body. This is called as liquid connective tissue. This blood is contained in blood vessels, and blood helps in transportation of food, oxygen, hormones, enzymes, and other biochemicals. So basically, blood is present or transported through the three types of vessels, blood vessels, that in last video you might have seen, that your artery, veins, and capillaries. So inside that blood is carried, and the function of blood is to carry oxygen, nutrients, hormones, enzymes, and other biochemicals from one part to every part of your body. Is from the site of production to the site of requirement where these things are needed. For example, food is digested inside your digestive system like intestine, and from there it enters inside the bloodstream through the finger like projections called villi, and from there it transported to heart, and from their entire body and each and every cell. So this is one of the example. Second example is oxygen. This oxygen is you breathe in oxygen inside your lungs alveoli, and from there it goes to heart, to the pulmonary vein, and from there to entire body or every cell of your body. So third is your hormone. You have learned about the endocrine glands. The different endocrine glands are present in your body like pancreas, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid. So from these glands hormones are produced and they transported through the blood to the different places of your body. Similarly, enzymes, other biochemicals. So this is all about the basics of blood. Now the properties of blood. The first property is it is red in color, that everyone knows. Why? Due to the presence of hemoglobin inside the RBC. Number two is volume. Volume is 5 to 6 liter in a healthy man and 4 to 5 liter in female. pH. pH is 7.4. 7.4 means slightly basic, because below 7 is acidic, 7 is neutral, and above 7 is basic. Below 7 is acidic. Okay, below 7 is acidic, 7 is neutral, and above 7 is basic. So if you go from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so this basicity will increase to 7.4 means slightly basic. Now the functions of blood. Function of blood. Number one, blood creates connection between every organ, tissue, and cells. Yes, because blood, as it is liquid, so it can creates connection between every part of the body. Number two is blood helps in the transportation of vitamins, minerals, oxygen, nutrients, and waste materials. Yes, so vitamins, minerals, oxygen, nutrient, that you know. Yes, along with that, blood transports waste materials, because during respiration, due to the reaction of food and oxygen, carbon dioxide and other waste materials are also produced, which is taken up by the capillaries and then sent back to the vein, and the vein joins the vena cava and brings it in the heart, and from heart it goes to kidney or lungs. Like carbon dioxide is removed through the lungs, and other liquid or solid wastes are removed from the kidney by means of filtration. So blood helps in this method also. Number three, some special biochemicals such as hormones, enzymes are also transported through blood. Yes, that you know, that I have already told you. Now next is composition. What does blood contain? See, blood basically contains two parts. One is liquid part called plasma, and second is your formed element of blood, that's the cells. So liquid part is plasma. If this plasma is actually the plasma liquid part which contains protein. If you remove protein from the plasma, then it is called as serum. That means serum plus protein is equal to the plasma, and this plasma contains water, ions, nutrients, gases, and water waste materials. Now this one I have already told you in this introduction that if you do the centrifugation, it will be C. I have written S by mistake. It is CENTRIFUGATION. It will be C. Centrifugation. In the centrifugation, if you do the centrifugation at 5000 rpm, means revolution per minute, you will get two layers. One is your plasma, upper layer liquid part, and lower layer is your cells. So the ratio between these is 55 is to 45 out of 100. So this ratio 55% plasma and 45% cells is called as hematocrit value. HEMATOCRIT hematocrit value. Okay, now what are the cells present in the blood? Number one is RBC, that is 41%. Number two is WBC, and number three is platelets. WBC and platelets together form 4%. Together forms 4%. That means total 41 plus 4, 45%. Here you can see cells are 45%. Now, yes, this WBC are of two types. One is your granular and one is your agranular. What is the meaning of granular? In the cytoplasm of the cell, there are some small dots. Dot means these are kind of small bags. In that bags or sacs, proteins, enzymes, other biochemicals are stored for different kind of functions. For example, as they contain enzymes, so they can fight with germs. So WBC are basically two types: granular and agranular. Granular WBCs are neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Neutrophils represent 60 to 70%, eosinophils 2 to 4%, and basophils 0.5 to 1%. Now agranular means which do not have any granules in their cytoplasm are of two types: monocytes and lymphocytes. Now these lymphocytes again are of three types: T cell, B cell, and NK. NK means natural killers. So their basic function is to provide immunity, and their all the WBCs, whether it is granular or agranular, they fight against germs and provides immunity, but in a different way. Now T cell, B cell, and NK cell. NK means natural killer cells. They are directly killing the germs. T cell are of three types: T cytotoxic means TC, TS means T suppressor, and TH is T helper. So these T cells and all these subgroups TC, TS, TH, they provides cell mediated immunity, and B cell provides humoral immunity. That means B cell provides immunity by producing some special kind of liquids or antibodies. That's why it is called as humoral immunity. And T cell, they directly catch up the germs and they kill it or they engulf it. That's why it is called as cell mediated immunity. Natural cell also, NK cells also provides immunity by destroying them directly. So NK cell also the part of cell mediated immunity. Thank you.